Let's see if it wants to hit these loads here. If it retraces a bit to the box, I might take that trade. Nope. It was a little bit too slow, so the plan was to enter here. So obviously it displaced on 9:30 candle, and then it retraced. So the trade would have been from here to here, 52 points with 1-to-1 almost. So now we're looking for ES to hit the previous week low. If there is a retracement, then I can confidently take it. So what I'm doing is I'm trading the TradingView Leap competition. So let's get rid of that. So I think the next retracement would have been ideally here before continuing lower. And we have a previous kind of level, previous week low. We've taken a couple of weeks, and now we have the month's low, which would be October's low. That's a good target, but I would really want to see a retracement before I try to go. So let's see how it's going to react here. I'm going to drop on the 10-second chart, and if we see any market structure shift, like a market maker sell model, then I can take it. And if ES hits that first, then I will expect something like this, and then to go lower. That's the plan. Let's see. Worst case retracement would be here. Okay, I'm gonna take it from there. There is a delay with placing orders with TradingView again, unfortunately. Nope. Still haven't gotten the feel, and now I'm way in a loss. Yeah, TradingView is not the best. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a retracement to this first fair value gap before it turns bearish. I want to close this trade once it opens once it shows. So that is definitely a good target. So let's see now if we can actually take a short. So So where is the highest point that I would expect a retracement to be? It would be around here. I would not want to see it. I would not want to see it close above this inversion fair value gap on the 1 minute, on the 1 hour. So we're within the macro window, so let's see how it would be around here for ES to find some resistance. I wonder if we can switch to ES and trade ES instead. Okay, we have some signs of reversal, and okay, let's see how this is gonna react. We can take a short here. Now if we're gonna get filled, I don't know, at the right time. Yeah, I've placed the order at the right time, but it just doesn't seem to have processed it yet. Very frustrating. It might go and tap the 6,723.25 level before dropping, but I'm happy to take it a bit early because it does show those kind of little displacements towards the low, previous week low, hopefully. Now, it's very frustrating placing an order and just not accepting it. And it is a competition, so it's very annoying. Like, they should have sorted this out. That's just not right. The delay is like more than a minute. More than a minute. I placed the order here and it's been 2 minutes. Yeah, one more push. So yes, took the top. There, now it placed not even at the correct place. That is so frustrating. So yeah, this is the yeah, you can't even take the I would certainly not want to see it going above that. There is a chance that we're just gonna switch to bullish because NQ took the weekly low, but ES hasn't. It's just would be, one of these cases that I'm not sure. Like, I would expect it to draw all the way down here. To be perfectly honest. So let's see. We tapped that level. We just tapped into it and see if we're gonna get a reversal. We have a little SMT, hopefully. Let's see. There is gonna be a displacement. Yeah, that looks good so far. Both on NQ and ES with an SMT on the 3 minute. So let's see if it's gonna push down or it wants to revisit the highs. Yeah. Gotta be patient. And I can place one contract on ES and I could place one contract on NQ on the way down. But only if I've confirmed the bearishness. Okay, you might want to revisit the highs and wait for the 10 a.m. hourly. Okay, tapped once more, broke it. see if NQ wants to take a London buy side. Okay, 2.5 minutes until the new cycle begins. I'm gonna yeah, that was a rushed entry. I should have, like, this is never gonna just reverse straight away. It would have to do a few bounces. So I'm thinking I will keep the position on because I do expect it to, if it's gonna drop, it will be around this level here. Find resistance, but it might happen in a minute and a half. So I'm expecting an NQ maybe to pump up, take London here or here in the next 40 seconds or so, or a minute or two, and then hopefully reverse, but we'll see. I've traded already in the London session my 2 Tradeovate accounts with Tradify, so it was a good day. We had kind of took 1 hour on both accounts, on 1 hour each, one on shorts, one on longs during London session, and now it's just this sleep competition which I'm way far behind, so I'm not even looking to win, but it's more for practice and keeping, like, learning about price action. So let's see, 10 o'clock open. I do expect at least NQ to take buy side first on London, or even these two kind of equal highs before it drops, but I don't know, let's see. If that's the case, I might, if it turns bearish, I will take NQ as well to these lows here. While yes, I can hold towards previous week low, I think. So let's see 10:05, which is an IPTA time within the macro. If it's gonna form an SMT, then we can confirm bearish. Although it's already starting to show bearishness, so we'll see. If it sinks below and closes below this, I would be surprised if it doesn't reach the target. But it might want to go once again higher. Okay. 3-minute SMT. Again, IPTA time 10:06. So I do want ES to NQ to take London high, at least, if not just. That's it. That's enough for me. Now I would prefer if it takes London, to be honest. And then sink below this. One more push up, at least on NQ, would be expected. Although it doesn't have to, it would be preferable. Now would be a good time. 10:09, that would be a great time. So this zone here is a series of imbalances. The first sort of imbalance is that price has found resistance here, 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 and it took it all the way to the lows, and then it crossed above, so I would expect some support, and then if it crosses and closes below, then that to me would be considered a confirmation for shorts. I entered obviously quite a bit early because the system is not working right with the trading view. It is just the, where is it? The leap. It's the competition. I wonder how Bitcoin is doing. Yeah, I have a long-term Bitcoin trade on, like a swing trade that I started this morning. I'm just gonna leave that to go over the next couple of weeks as a long, because I do expect to see higher prices with Bitcoin. Yeah, we'll see. Okay. So we see some signs of bearishness. Don't know if I could trust it for placing in Q as well, although it does look good. Yeah, don't know. 15-minute looks good. Because I would imagine that nowadays everybody will want to be bullish after that push up, but it seems like a manipulation, so let's see how we're gonna react. On this, because if we displace below this, then we will be pretty primed for a drop. Let's see the 5 still bullish. Let's see, new 15-minute candle. Ideally, we want to see a sweep on London on the NQ and then drop lower, or straight away drop lower. We'll see. No real structure on the 1 minute at the moment. We're just starting to see a sign of manipulation above, possible manipulation before the distribution lower. Or if I am wrong, then we're just gonna continue bullish, and it was just the weekly on the NQ was taken, whereas ES was left for another time. So again, not so much stress because this is not a kind of a funded or personal account. This is just the trading view stuff. The leap. Interesting. ES that is supposed to be kind of heavier took the high. That would be a great time for NQ to take the top. Next 15, next minute, and that's it. Next couple of minutes are important, so let's see. It's banging around, building up. So my goal for next week is to only take trades when all my prerequisites and conditions are met. Because sometimes out of the 3-4 conditions that I have in my head, if 2 are there, I might take it. I tend to be impatient, and this is my kind of a main drawback right now. But we can fix that. Just need patience, repetition, boredom. The more boring it is, the better. Although I don't like it, it has to be boring. On the top there, on the right side on NQ. Be interesting to see when and if it takes it, if it's gonna rotate around. If ES ends up taking previous week low, then I would wait and see how that's gonna react, because it's Friday. We might see a retracement back on the weekly. On NQ, so it might be like come back around here. We'll see. So it's revisiting that order block on the 1 minute on NQ. That imbalance around here seems to be key for bouncing around. So if we take the high and then drop below, this would be a bearish sign. I'm tempted to remove the position so that I practice better entries, but I want to see, because you took the equal highs there, it might just start dropping, which would mean that it's the perfect kind of entry. It is always like that. It just entices you and then it just taps you and then goes back towards the opposite direction. There you go. Let's see. So this might be the push that we need from NQ to take London buy side, and then we'll see how that's gonna react. It is a great time to see that happening because we have a IPTA time, and then I'm gonna drop on the 10 and I wanna monitor to see how NQ will react in case I wanna enter short on NQ as well. Okay, not the time yet. It's a little bit too far, so maybe I will get stopped out here. Let's see. 10:29 is another good minute. Let's see if it's gonna make a one last little push to take London high. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Okay. Another good minute. Let's see how, if 10:30 candle will kind of give a one last push. Okay. If this is gonna go down, then if this place is a bit lower, then I'm gonna enter short on NQ as well. More push to midnight open. Okay, we found some resistance there. I think this is it. Let's see. Seems like it. I've set an order for NQ, but it just hasn't taken it yet, as usual. There we go. I'm not gonna set up stop loss or take profit yet, because I do expect maybe a harsh push above this before it drops, possibly. There's a possibility. If we drop below, then I'll put my stop up, just here. Like, still 30 points, almost 28. It's crazy ranges. Like, we open, we drop 100 points, and then from top to bottom another 390 points. That's madness. Madness. Okay, so let's see. Now would be a good time to see. I'm gonna pull this just a bit higher because I don't care about it's like a competition in case it wants to take these highs here. And I wanna wait and see. It looks so bullish though. It does look very bullish. So don't know. Let's see. Be good time to kind of see a drop. If we don't, over the next couple of minutes, there we'll see. Let's see on the 10-second. You would really need to close under here to consider it bearish, because that isn't it that. No. Too bullish, guys. Too bullish. I don't think I got it right. I think I'm gonna for the weekend. Again, these are like very high risk, kind of guessing what the price will do situations, because it is not my funded account but competition. And that's madness. In the 1 minute, it's just 3 candles and it goes up like 60 points. That is insane. No. Packing it. Cool. That's it. Losing day to day, bad reading on the market, and I'll see you on the next one.